All right, Yashala, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahushai Bashim, Rakakadash. Barakadai, Yahweh Barakadai, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, my salutation to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. At the end times, and just a quick video, health update video. They are saying that they're recalling meat nationwide. So it's always, good to be careful about meat, period. Anything you eat. And like we've always said, shouldn't be eating at McDonald's and these fast foods. Avoid it as much as you can, you know. Um, and a lot of our people, they be wondering why their children develop diabetes and all these other diseases because of their food. And, children shouldn't be eating like big ass burgers and shit and fake ass chicken nuggets and shit. I mean, if you look up what chicken nuggets are made of, you know, you wouldn't want to eat it, man. But, you see children eating all kind of abominable stuff, man, that their parents let them eat, you know? Um, and, they got smaller stomachs, so they can't handle same things adult, and then you got some kids that's um, obese at a real young age, 3 or 4, whatever, you know. But shouldn't have to take your children to the hospital, you know, because basically a lot of things that happen with us is because of what we put in the body, man. You know, and going to that familiar scripture that I always get. It says Sirach 30 and 15 in the Apocrypha, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. And also, when you eat your food, you're supposed to pray over it, of course, because it does say we eat our food defiled among the Gentiles. And Esau is doing all kind of crazy stuff, man, with the food. Um, you know, and we eat to the best of our bill, like, you know, pick the best poison, we say sometimes, because you're going, you know, they putting stuff in the food, of course, you know. Just got to be careful in the places, and like I've said before in other videos, that a lot of demons are in those fast food places. That's where people get into fights, get shot. They meet up there, Meet me at Popeyes, you know. Um, and they slaving up people out so much that everything, of course, is fast. Like, you know, um, everything's fast food. Microwave. You know, everything's quick. Even a lot of single parent home now, they don't. A lot of women don't know how to cook these days. And back then, everybody knew how to cook. The mother, the daughter, the auntie, the female cousin, they all knew how to cook because they learned it from being passed down. And a lot of the stuff that they were eating still wasn't good, that soul food stuff. That's not all good. And of course, a lot of grandmothers liked a lot of sweets, so they would bake cakes and eat a lot of those type of things, fried foods and all that. But this is our time to try to get it right, and I recommend too that cleaning the colon. I'm working on that now, and it says fiber is a high benefit to helping your digestive system. I looked up the benefits. Increases the weight and size of your stool and softens it. It um, I think I looked up the benefit. It reduces cancer risk. You have a healthier gut, blood sugar control, weight loss, longer life, you know, digestive health, cardiovascular disease, weight control. And as we get older, of course, our body starts, you know, getting slower and, you know, may start developing issues. But, it's a lot of healthy older people too. I mean, you can see that on YouTube and TikTok and all these media channels. You got 90-year-old, 80-year-old people that still look fairly young and in good health, you know. So diet is very important, and we, of course, got a dietary law in the scriptures. And it's a fact. Those abominable foods written in the scriptures that we shouldn't eat is beneficial when you follow the dietary laws, man. I mean, everything that we're not supposed to eat, as far as abominable, is bottom feeders and fowls of the air that, you wouldn't want to eat a vulture because vultures eat the dead. So you wouldn't want to eat anything bottom feeder of the ocean that cleans, all that crap. You wouldn't want to eat swine because it's basically the garbage can of the earth, man. You know? And a lot of Jakes might think, okay, well, yeah, I'm young, vibrant, but that shit catches up with you. And now the younger people are getting sick now these days. Leaving in basketball, and they eat a lot of bullshit because they have high metabolism, so they be eating all them, you know. And our people promote nothing but the junk when it comes to these commercials and all that fried chicken, hamburger, Sprite, soda. They use our people to influence our people in a negative way, you know. So that's how you know it's the work of the devil too. It says pray without ceasing. Let me get that. So you're supposed to pray over everything. Pray without ceasing, King James Version. It says, 1 Thessalonians 5:16, it says, rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh in Yahweh Shai concerning you. Quench not the spirit. Now, if our power is a loving power who have mercy, you think he want us to eat these foods that give us high blood pressure and that gives us cancer and other developing diseases? That doesn't make any sense because he's the power of the living, not of the dead, man. So why would he allow or want you to eat swine, man, or any other abominable foods that's written in the scriptures? That's why these Christians don't make no sense, man. You know? And of course, that scripture don't abhor herbs, you know? And you just got to develop a habit. And me, myself, I still got to work on that. I had to develop a habit to eat greens, salad, kale, and maybe in the news too sometime when they say the recalling of things. I understand the meat things, but stuff like kale, I mean, of course they might be spraying stuff on it. You got to make sure you clean your greens and all that. Try to keep your food in the best state, you know. But sometimes they say that too, so we won't eat good food. Now, brothers always have, you know, the herbs that they recommend, sea moss and oregano oil and, you know, um, lemon lime is, some of the peppermint leaves that come in a bottle you can get at Whole Foods. And we're not saying that Whole Foods is the best place or Sprouts. And you got sometimes you have Sadiddy Jakes or people that go to Sprouts like that, just living life better than the average man. I mean, but you know, and if you're not able to afford those things, you could find a way. Cause a lot of that junk that we buy, we could have bought some healthy food, man. Just managing your money better. It's always a way, and it's always a better way to do things. Um, it's just Jake got a taste for, always got a taste for that. You have Jake with a whole full plate of everything: barbecue ribs, mashed potatoes, yams. You know, uh, along with bread. You might have some French fries on the side or something, or you know, uh, mashed potatoes. I think I mentioned that coleslaw. Just a all that on one plate, and then he'll have two or three different kind of meats, barbecue ribs, and he have uh, chicken wings, and then you know, and he'll be bigger than the house, man, and that's not healthy. You know, I mean, you could carry weight decently, but your body should tell you, whether you out of shape. Like I said, if it takes time for you to get out of the car, you know, then you might reconsider your diet. And then, like like brothers always say, elders always say, and that's an important thing that elders in LA always mention, that work out, man. Fast, pray, work out. You know, um, of course, maintain yourself and keep making your money so you can, you know, support your diet and the food that you eat and things of that. Says, I think I read that. And then if you keep watching the Apostle Elders, they'll tell you what kind of garlic to get and what kind of honey to get, because it's fake foods out there, man. They, especially the Moabites, they're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna get it from the Most High, because they wickedly doing that shit, man. Just you know fabricating food, making fake food, man. Even vegetables, making it look real. Cloning, you know, foods. I know the herb thing too is used for medicine, but I would take that. I would watch that too, you know, and because they putting stuff in there too, and they basically trying to get us sick, you know. That's why this medical care is they push that so much, and the FDA, about that Food Drug Administration. So so you know, and then about the time you get older, they want you to depend on the government and their medical system, so they could feed you pills until they put you in a box, until they put you in a box. And a lot of older people, they on 5 different medicines or even more, man. That's all you see is a cabinet full of medicine in some of these people's, you know, uh, possession, man. Um, so dietary laws, King James Version. So you could go back to the dietary laws in Leviticus, of course. You know, one scripture says, Deuteronomy 14:21, ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself, that shall give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. So, law of clean and unclean. So you could read the laws of clean and unclean food. Like I said, you can read some Deuteronomy, Leviticus 11. You know, not supposed to be eating eagles and owls and shit and mice and rabbits and you know, four-legged like cats and dogs, of course. You know, um, but a lot of jakes they got the evil spirit in them to say, you know, yeah, I've been eating swine all my life. I ain't gonna stop now. You know, but yeah, work out, sweat out impurities. You know, keep active always in some kind of way, especially if you're on disability and you don't really work. You have to move around some way. You have to exercise somehow, get your heart pumping, your blood flowing. You know, um, get your posture straight because you could develop, major disc problem, back problems just by your posture alone. Not sitting down all day. You know, you sit on your tailbone, you're gonna develop back problems. Um, and you see a lot of these women that work, and I'm not on women. It just I'm using the example because a lot of them work at these what do you call it? These jobs where you sit down all day, answering phones, and whether it be a probation officer or at the window of the at the DMV, you know, working on, and you'll see those same people, they fairly thin or have a good balanced weight, and when they eat at these fast food places or sit down jobs, you'll see them get bigger over in a short amount of time because they eating the fast food, because they get a discount and everything. So they eat the fast food and they eat places where they work, you know, and it's just like it's accountability to it, and it's a discipline to it, man. You know, and you know a lot of us are not in the best shape. I'm not in the best shape, but we could do better all the time. We can always do better, man. And this should just encourage to have discipline, to eat those kind of things we're not used to, which the same things that benefit us. And they do work. They do work, man. You'll see if you went on a diet and just like you know ate herbs and you know fasting on all that, and you're gonna see some results, man, and fast results. If you just cut out that meat and all that, because a lot of jakes they develop a routine. They go to work at lunchtime. They go to a fast food place. Again, go back to work, get off work, pick up some fast food again on the way home. You know, because like I said, even if Jake got a woman at home, a wife, a lot of women don't cook today, man. So they'll order a pizza, or they'll order a family meal at one of these food places, or go out to a restaurant or something. You know, and it just you know a lot of our people are obese today, man, or some weight overweight in some way. Uh, but I'm just putting it out there, man. You know, we all have imperfections and working on ourselves, but it is, diet is very important. That's why we have a dietary law in the scriptures, man. And a lot of, like, even, like I said, young kids are catching cancer. But the things that you can see it, man, when you go out, what they eat, what their parents feed them, French fries, burgers and shit. Um, you know, um, and you can see the baby, you know, getting fatter and fatter, man. A whole piece of chicken, you know, like you gotta balance that up, man. Your stomach ain't really like that big, and it expands as you grow. That's why you able to eat more as you eat more. If you have a disciplined body to where your you know stomach is a decent size, then if you eat too much, your stomach gonna start hurting. It's gonna tell you like, no, that's too much. But you wonder how those people get big as a house because their stomach expands and they able to and they might their digestive system might be good, so they just get hungry right after they you know go to the bathroom and get hungry all over again. Or they can eat. They usually be able to eat a meal. Now they can eat 2 or 3 meals in one setting. But anyway, and that's not good, man. But anyway, hope it was edifying, man. I hadn't did a health video in a minute, and I always say, like you can buy a blender or a juicer, and you can juice them vegetables and like and the garlics and put it all together and make you a kind of like a smoothie or whatever, so it won't be so bitter. But we have to learn to start to eat more bitter things. You know, if you got a lot of sugar and that's a lot of estrogen, you know, you could develop a mind into that to where you're more softer with things, handling things, or how you think about things. So you know, a lot of these husbands with these women are they're they're overweight. And they usually, unfortunately, when they get older, they end up going before the woman. But anyway, I hope it's that fine, Shalom.